Hello, I would like to unsell you a tarot card reading in this video. What do I mean by that? Well, basically, you've got doubt or a certain amount of anxiety or worries. You're not listening to yourself, basically. We're in a realm of duality, so sometimes it needs to see things from an outer perspective to bring it home. Because the communication is coming from your gut continuously, but you're not listening to what that gut is saying. You're being distracted with the external. But it may be that something is saying have a tarot card reading. I can't read tarot. I've never been trained. I know there's 78 cards. There's 22 major arcana cards. They are to do with the spiritual side. The other, what is it? I don't even know the numbers. I think it's 54 cards. They are more to do with the daily, the mundane. Now, the reading, it will depend on where you are at, because that's all it's going to remind you of, where you are at that precise moment. But I've asked permission from the feedback of the last tarot card reading I did. I knew nothing, and I still really know nothing about the inquirer. But their feedback said this: wow, your reading was incredibly accurate. You captured my journey with striking clarity. And then they go on to say, I'll be 60 next month, yet I feel like a newborn wrapped in ancient wisdom. Well, that's exactly what you all are. So you don't need a tarot card reading, you just fail to recognize it. You are a newborn clothed in ancient wisdom. All the cards will do is just reaffirm that. Maybe it's just perspectives, how we hear things. That is what the readings I do are about. There's nothing better than what I call flying blind, where I don't know anything about who has communicated with me and asked for me to do a reading. But what you'll get is 4 cards, which is the underlying nature of your question. Then 3 cards which we call past, present and future, but they're all to do with now, the now moment. They're just telling you how it is. So this particular reading, just to quote again, I'll be 60 next month, yet I feel like a newborn wrapped in ancient wisdom. Well, I can assure you that's their second Saturn return. Their third eye is about to pop open, because their reading was actually very good. They've already done the bits where they're carrying the cross and the crowd are jeering at them, throwing all sorts of insults, and yet they've walked that. So what these readings are reflected in a film. I can't remember the name of the film or the actor, but it's called either Some Guy or That Guy. And the depiction of it is, it's an apocalypse sort of situation, or a war going on. There's explosions and fireballs, and yet this guy is walking along smiling, a laptop under the arm and a cup of coffee in his hand, and dressed in a suit. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily a man or a woman, but that's where these cards are taking you, to basically say, be like that guy, be some guy. The some is that recognition of it is all within you. It's bringing yourself in alignment, basically. You've got the Father in Pineal who is dreaming the dream. Creation is in the imagination, but the home is held together by the heart. The heart of the home is normally the kitchen. Hence, you get Lord Kitchener saying, your country needs you. Well, the country that needs you is your physical being. And the power and the wisdom is in the Christ, your Christ consciousness, which is in the place of the sun and the place of the moon, the lunar plexus and the solar plexus, which are actually one. It is called intuition, it is called gut feeling, it is intuition. So there's a slight definition, a definition. It needs to be defined for you. So that's what the tarot cards are there for in the readings that I do, that are personal one-to-one readings. It is just to help guide you, because you're not listening to your intuition. It's just to reaffirm and to confirm. There's your confirmation that will be given to you. So I say I can't read tarot cards. What I actually read is the artwork, because the creator of those illustrations on those cards has put heart and soul. Something is captured energetically in those cards. That is all I read. I just act as a role of a messenger and give you an interpretation of what I feel comes through. And this last reading was to say, look out, you're about to go through a spiritual awakening. Your third eye is about to pop open. You've done the rest of the journey already. But of course, we're all at different levels with these things. So it may be you're less progressed on that path. So those cards will also help identify where you are on your spiritual journey. So hopefully that has clarified and brought crystal clear clarity, CCC. So it's not just seeing with two eyes, it's seeing with the mind's eye. That's the one to see everything with, because what you'll have a realization of is this world is not the way you've been told it is. Your life is not the way you've been told it is. There is another way. The way is also another expression of in the name of. Do it in my name, as it were. So do it in the way I've shown you. It's coming from your gut. It's your intuition that is trying to communicate with you, but you're just not quite hearing it. So it's now offering you an external confirmation of what your intuition is trying to communicate to you. It is a channeling, so hence this reality reflects everything. So this is going out on 2 channels, 2 social platforms, TikTok and YouTube. Anyway, I don't want to make this any longer, but link is in the description how to get in contact with me. It is on a donation basis, basically £5 a month, sorry, £5, €5 or $5 via PayPal as a sort of minimum, but more if you feel or you're able to give it. But let's say 7 per week. Yes, I'll offer 7 freebies per week. If you really cannot afford even €5, dollars or pounds sterling, I'm not turning you away, but I've also got to think about how much data it takes with the communication, sending you the image of the reading and then either a voicemail or an email talking you through what is coming through in those cards. So hopefully I have sold it, unsold it, because that is my primary source of income for putting food on the table for myself and 3 cats. I'm not charging a lot because it's just my purpose is to help you. But in reciprocal exchange, you will be helping me in a small way, which will make a big difference to my life, which is reciprocated in the reading will probably make a big difference in your life. But put it to the test for yourself, or tune in more to your intuition, and you save a fiver. So that's what the tarot card readings I offer are all about. Thank you for listening.